Okay, welcome to video number 5, and this video is all about monetization and how to change out the hop links that are currently my hop links with your own, as well as talking about AdSense. And I'm going to go over all areas that you need to change that have some sort of most of them are hop links, but that have some sort of hop link or AdSense. But AdSense, it's really just one plugin, so really the areas you need to change with hop links are the most important, actually, because there are more of those than anything else. So, in a nutshell, we've got this banner. We've got these 3 banners here. So, and here in this link here is also a ClickBank hop link, which you can just delete if you like. If you I recommend you change the text in these facts footer widgets anyway. But so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we can see on this page, and the AdSense products page, or any of the products page of this set of blogs, which are these links. So you'll have to change out your Amazon links. So that's it. So there's AdSense hop links, ClickBank hop links, and Amazon. Okay, so we'll go back to the home page. So all of these here, including this banner in the header and these sidebar banners, as well as these footer widgets, all of these can be changed within the widgets area. I already mentioned the products being Amazon, and then let's go to one of the posts. And then these hyperlinked keywords here are also hop links. Okay, so I'll go over the plugin that deals with those. You don't see AdSense on here yet because I haven't actually activated the plugin, but I will do that. So why don't I'll just go ahead and I think what I might do, since Amazon is one of the few, well, there's only one page of Amazon related products. I'll go ahead and talk about that first. Now this is a page called AdSense products, so I'll go to pages. Actually, before I do that, let's talk about the plugin itself. So I'll go to, you go to Tools and Amazon Feed. Okay, and then click Options. Now, in one of the previous tutorials, I had deactivated the Amazon Feed plugin, which I recommend you do, and then reactivate it. And when you do, all of this information has been deleted. I replaced it. I put my information back in just so I could go over this plugin with you. So you'll want to add your AWS access key, secret access key, and your associate tag. This comes with when you sign up for the affiliate program. If you're signing up for Amazon's affiliate program to target US visitors, then you'll want to sign up with Amazon.com. To sign up to target UK visitors, for example, sign up with Amazon.co.uk. And I've not signed up with to target Canadian visitors, so I'm assuming it's Amazon.ca, but I could be wrong. But to simplify things, we'll just stick with one, since I have this set for United States. And if you haven't already, I would go to, if you obviously sign up with Amazon.com to get your associate tag, okay? And to get your AWS key, you want to go to aws.amazon.com. And I've already signed in, and once you've signed up for free, and then you sign in, you can click, I believe it's AWS. I kind of forget this sometimes, so I'll just see if I can remember. If you click AWS and then click Security Center, and then Security Credentials, oops, sign back in. Okay, security credentials, and then you just scroll down, you can see access credentials here. Now this is my secret key. Sorry, this is my access key. And to see your secret key, you would click this that says show, and a little pop-up box would appear, and then you can grab your I don't know how many characters it is, but it's something like 25 characters or so. So you'd click that, grab your access key, and you should already have your associate tag from when you signed up for the affiliate program. Okay, so then that's your access key. Paste in your secret key, your associate tag. Now, when I had deactivated and reactivated this plugin in a prior video, and I went to search and display, and I said everything looks okay. Well, that wasn't quite true. I did have this set to books. So as you can see on this page, these should be books, right? However, I only wanted it to show up on. I had it set under display for just pages. So when you deactivate and reactivate the plugin, add your Amazon related information. I got rid of this. I only had pages selected. You can have posts selected, but I only had pages selected. Max results, I think I had 20. Yep. Images, I think I had medium. Show text, show description. Link target, you might want to do a new window. Okay, so that looks about right. And search, got books. Okay, connection. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and click save. Right, now what we want to do is go to pages, because this AdSense products is a page. These are all pages up here. There we go, AdSense products. So I'm going to edit that. Click edit. And there's actually nothing on the page because all I want on this page are results. Now you can add, you know, a paragraph. Here are some great products. Right? Okay, so you can add text if you like to make that page more unique. You know, maybe some keyword-rich paragraph or description, etc. And I'm going to move this down a little bit. And as you can see down here, this is where I added a keyword. In this sense, in this case, AdSense, I think you can add a comma and add other, you know, maybe PPC or something like that. I just had AdSense. So I just wanted to point this out on the AdSense products page, that if after you deactivate and then reactivate this is blank, then you're not going to see any products appear, because you need to make sure there's a keyword. There probably will be a keyword, at least one keyword. Okay, so that's already sorted. Now, because I had changed in under tools and Amazon feed, I changed the images to be medium sized and pages only. These should appear a little bit larger. There we go. Okay, so you can adjust, you know, the output of the product images. Looks like it's formatting a bit strange, but I think that's more to do with the plugin. But okay, or you could also have it so it doesn't show text, so it's just the images as well. You know, some people, like for example, you might want to paste in here one of those A stores, those Amazon stores. So it's like I think it's a bit of JavaScript code. So you'd sign into, you know, Amazon.com's affiliate program, create an A store, paste in the JavaScript code. I haven't done this obviously with this blog, so I'm only assuming it works with JavaScript inside. You know, the HTML mode, and then you'd click update. But I just want to go over that quickly. So as you can see, I'll just go back quickly to Amazon feed. Once again, if you've deactivated and reactivated and it's blank, then there shouldn't be any issues. But when you first get the blog, it won't be deactivated, so you'll see that this is my associate tag. So after you've done all that and updated everything, just for good measure, maybe just right click and click copy link location. and then maybe in Notepad, let's paste that in, and you'll see my associate tag. So you want to make sure that you'll see tag equals. So you'll have to look at that link and make sure it shows your associate tag. It should, but you know, it's always good to double check. Okay, so that's the Amazon products page under AdSense products. You don't even have to use this plugin. You can completely get rid of it. It's up to you. There are other Amazon plugins out there. This is just a free one from WordPress. And I'll go over AdSense probably last. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the SEO Smart Links plugin, which adds these links, these hyperlinked keywords, within the content of any of your posts. Because that is a just trying to think of the easiest way to show you this here. Maybe it's easier actually to go back and start with the hop links. Every blog has two different hop links. Okay, there aren't more than that. There aren't, you know, it's promoting two products. Now obviously you can promote more ClickBank products or Market Health or CJ.com or whatever program you'd like, but if you stick with these, you know, specific ClickBank products, then, you know, just so you know that there are only two different, as you can see here, there's the AdSense recipe and the Socrates WordPress theme. So what I would do is, in a Notepad file, you know, once you have one of these blogs installed, is to right click, you know, one of the images here, one of the banners, and copy link location. So for the AdSense recipe, I'm going to Control V and paste that. So that's my hop link. So you know that's the one to replace. And then the Socrates theme, right click, copy link location, paste that here for Socrates WordPress theme. Okay, so those are the two hop links you need to replace with your own, mine with your own. Okay. And then of course, you know, I brought that up because it's good to have these handy. You saw it was very easy to do. You just get a Notepad file, right click over the banners, and make sure you got your two hop links. Well, they're my hop links, but make sure you have both of them. And now you can reference them very easily. So let's go back, before I get into the sidebar and all the widgets, let's go back and deal with the hop links of these hyperlinked keywords. And where you can find that is in Settings, and then scroll down to SEO Smart Links. Once again, you can deactivate this plugin and just not deal with these at all, and not have hyperlinked keywords at all. And you can delete the plugin if you like. However, if you do keep it, let's just go over a few things. Essentially what it does is, as you'll see down here, you type in the keyword that you want hyperlinked within your content. Now you might install this exact blog and replace all the articles or rewrite all the articles, which I recommend you do anyway. At the very least, rewrite them, because everyone who's purchased these blogs will have the exact same content. So but you know, so let's assume that you have replaced all the content, and these are all fresh articles or rewritten articles. Okay, so, and you know that the word AdSense, you know, especially if you rewrote those articles or added new articles about AdSense, you know that the term, or the keyword I should say, AdSense is going to be repeated throughout all or some of your articles. So you just add the keyword AdSense, add a comma, and then add the hyperlink. You know, it can be to another site of yours, it can be to you know, once again, a ClickBank product. Now, as you can see, I can even just copy all these, highlight all those to a right click and copy and paste inside Notepad. And it might be easier to replace these out. So say your new hop link was, you know, your hop link you know, .clickbank. Obviously this isn't how it works, but you know what I'm saying. So then you can just, you know, that's another thing too. You can have your hop link right next to mine, so you know that for every instance here, you're just going to replace that. Now in this particular blog, these all use the exact same AdSense, ClickBank products. You can just highlight, paste, okay, and then just scroll down and update. Max number of links per article. You can change that to 2 or 3, or you know, you could even you can even link to your homepage. So you could do your domain.com, and you can hyperlink to your homepage, and that's good for on-site, on-page SEO. You know, linking to other articles on your site, so that the spiders, you know, you're given each page relevance and importance through on-page SEO. So you could hyperlink a lot of keywords to your main domain. That's actually something that's good to do as well. But I just wanted to point out that this is one of the areas where there is monetization occurring through using this SEO Smart Links plugin. Okay, now obviously I'm not going to save that, but you know, that this is kind of a cool plugin. It's a handy plugin. Right. Okay, so talked about Amazon. I've talked about AdSense here. Sorry, ClickBank hop links within the content, and then really all that's left is this ClickBank link in your footer number 4, which I'll go over. All these now can be controlled from within your widgets. So let's go there now. I'll talk about AdSense last. So you go to Appearance and Widgets. Okay, so since the widgets up here start with the ad codes widget, that's here, this 300 by 250 ad spot, ad banner. If you click and open this, once again, it's kind of helpful. It could be easier because everything gets kind of squished, and you know, the lines get, you know, returned. It might be a little bit difficult. So once again, I'm just going to do a Control-C to copy that. Go back to my my Notepad file. I use Notepad a lot for these quick changes, and you can see the hop link here, which is once again AdSense recipe, because you can see at 3952 CN. So once again, you would change this out to your hoplink.com, you know, or whatever link you're going to use, and that's really all you need to change. Now you can, I've given the title of AdSense recipe because that's the name of the actual ClickBank product, but you could, you know, your main keywords. So even though it's a banner that points to a ClickBank product, you know, by adding your own keywords, this is sort of an SEO tip, in the title as well as the alt tag, you know, you can tell Google a little bit more about your website by saying that, you know, because the spiders can't tell that that's a banner to AdSense recipe. So you could keep it as AdSense recipe, or you can, you know, add your own keywords to that image, so that image has a bit more SEO optimization when it comes to keywords pertaining to your domain and your site. Okay, but so the main thing is the hop link, and then of course if you want to mess with changing the keywords of the title as well as the alt tag, that's up to you. And okay, so now once you've changed that out, I would just highlight all this, do a Control-C to copy it, delete that out, paste that in. Now you can see your hop link right there. Okay, and then of course you click Save. Just move this over a little bit. So that would take care of the 300 by 250 banner. For these two, we're going to open up the Add Squares widget, and you can see it's even more squished. So once again, you can do a Control-A to copy all, and then a Control-C, go back here, and once again it's just going to be a heck of a lot easier to replace out my hop link with your own. And by having these two here as reference, and even better if you had your link next to it, then you can tell, okay, this ad square, if you will, this banner, has this hop link. Okay, that's pertaining to the AdSense recipe, so to use this hop link, your hop link for that particular product. So someone doesn't click the AdSense recipe banner and get taken to the Socrates theme website or something like that. And same with this one, Control A, Control C on your keyboard, obviously for PC. Paste that in. Now you can see this BE7D4. Okay, that's obviously pertaining to the Socrates theme. And if you had another one of your hop links here, you could just copy that, replace it here. So now you see your hop link here for that particular ClickBank product. Control A after you highlight it, delete that out, paste that in, and now you can see your hop link. Okay, so it's hard to see because it's so squished, and that's why I recommend you do a Control A, Control C, and paste it into Notepad or something similar. Right, so now we've taken care of these three banners. That was easy enough. Now we're going to, we'll just go ahead and jump all the way down to the very bottom one, because this is our banner up here in the header. And once again, it might be easier to just highlight that whole thing, Control C, paste that there, and once again you can see this matches up with this AdSense recipe. So you take your other hop link. I mean, honestly, this shouldn't take you more than about 5 minutes to maximum to change all this out. This is, once you've got your hop link created, and there's, see the documentation page for how to change out, how to create your own hop link. You can mask your URLs or cloak your links, whatever, but I'm not really going into that. And then you just take all this again, Control C, copy it, delete that out, paste that in, and the banner will stay there, but it'll now link to your personal hop link. So once again, it's pretty obvious here, this 468 by 60 header, and the ad codes and ad squares. So that's all four of these done in, honestly, if I wasn't talking, that I could have swapped those out in probably a minute or less. And the other link that's in the sidebar, actually, sorry, it's in the footer there. If you're going to swap out all this content anyway and create your own paragraph, just rewrite what I've written, make it slightly different. You don't even need a hop link in there. But to change all four of these footer widgets, it's very easy. You can see footer number 1. You can see it says fact. You can call it something else besides fact. You can call it news, news spot number 1 or something like that. But it's this footer number 4 that you can see. Once again, the hop link is right here. So just grab all that, go into Notepad, paste it in. You can see that I'm using the AdSense recipe. So you can just take your hop link here, paste it in there. Okay, grab all that, Control C, copy, and just paste it in, click save, and I mean, that doesn't take that long, does it? That's quite a quick way to do it. Now, so that should be it, other than AdSense itself, which I'll talk about in a minute. I just wanted to mention that I had installed this plugin, and I mentioned it briefly on an earlier video, and it's called Search and Replace. Now, to be fair, I know this plugin works and works well, but I hadn't actually tested it on this set of blogs until just earlier, and it didn't work. So if we go to Tools, Search and Replace, unfortunately it didn't swap out any of the links, and the reason why is I don't think this plugin will work for code that is in that code that's in widgets. And since most of these are in widgets, all of these, even this bottom one's in a widget, it didn't swap those out. These other links that are in content, those are being injected using the SEO Smart Links plugin, so it didn't work there either. And then of course Amazon is using the Amazon feed plugin. So unfortunately this plugin doesn't really serve a purpose with these blogs. I do apologize for that. I thought it would help out. As you can see, it was very easy to swap out the hyperlinks, the hop links, especially if you use Notepad and you have everything all set up just like I showed you. However, I think this plugin is still worthy. I mean, if you don't think you'll use it at all, just delete it. There's the fewer plugins you have, the better. Certainly no sense in having one. However, if you plan to flip these blogs or change the content and sell them to your customers or your list, and you're going to have a bunch of new content written, and you plan to manually insert links, hop links, and then you go on to sell the site, sell the blog, and you want to swap out your hop links with your new customers. For example, if you sell on Flippa, then this plugin could come in handy because you've manually added the hyperlink inside the post itself, not using the SEO Smart Links plugin. Then this search and replace plugin will work, and you would just type in your hop link, put it there, and then put in your new customers hop link, and then you'd click go. Actually, you'd click, maybe just click all. So it would go through posts, like content, post content, titles, etc. Well, you wouldn't have a hop link in the title per se, but unfortunately this plugin doesn't really work on this set of blogs. So I apologize. I do try to make things as easy as possible for my customers, but it doesn't always work. So I did do my best. I did do some more searching as well, and I couldn't find anything that would quite do what I was hoping it would do. But like I said, I hope you find this video easy enough, and that the majority of these are all in the widgets section anyway, and it's AdSense. You want to deactivate and then reactivate, add your AWS information, make sure you sign up, etc. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to plugins, and I'm going to go ahead and activate the quick AdSense plugin, which is not activated at the moment. I'm going to activate that. Now, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I did add some of my own AdSense into this plugin purely to show you how AdSense would look on the blog. But you probably could have imagined that anyway. Before I go into the plugin itself, I'll just go back to Appearance and Widgets, and you'll see the Ads widget 1, Quick AdSense, is here, and you can drag this and you can put it at the very top of the sidebar. Okay, because I have my personal AdSense code in here, that's why that widget appeared, or it could be because I set it up, but I'll show that to you in a second. Once again, you can take out this AdSense code. You can completely delete it and go to log into AdSense, grab your AdSense code and paste it in. Or you could once again do something where you paste it in here. Now all you'd really need to change is your pub ID. That's it, just this long number that comes with your AdSense account. But you can also change the color of the border. This is all doing it manually. Of course, inside AdSense itself you can set all this stuff up, and you wouldn't necessarily get this long format of code. Everything would be a much smaller snippet of JavaScript. The reason why I put this code in as such is so that you can personally change the link color, the text color, without always going back to AdSense and going through the setup process. It's really up to you. And that kind of segues into using this, if you use Firefox, Colorzilla is a very cool little add-on that fits in the very bottom left of your corner. I'll show you it on my browser. This is Colorzilla, and if you click that little eyedropper, you can see crosshairs. Hopefully you can see the crosshairs that appear, and anywhere you hover over that on a web page with those crosshairs, and then you click, like if I want to know what color that orange is, I then click that, and down here you can see that it tells me the hexadecimal value of that color. So say I wanted that exact orange color, I could copy that and then go to my notepad file and say I wanted the link color to be orange. I could just replace this and paste. Okay, so now my link color of my 300 by 250 AdSense ad unit will have an orange link color of that D0490C. And I'll show you what I mean. I'll copy this back, I'll go back to my widgets, paste that back in, click save, and I'll update this. The AdSense block should appear right here. Okay, now you can see that it's got orange. The link itself is an orange color. You can also see AdSense appear here, but I'll go over the actual plugin Quick AdSense in a second. So once again, you can go to addons.mozilla.org and you know this URL here, and you can, or just type in Colorzilla for Firefox, and you can add that add-on. Just add to Firefox. You know, it's a handy little tool. So when you're on this site or whichever blog you're on, and you want to have a link color that matches, you know, your blog, which is one thing. You know, sometimes people do that, or sometimes they like it to stand out, such as that orange or such as this blue. You know, you can use the Colorzilla little eyedropper tool to help you get the colors you think you might need in your AdSense. Now, you certainly don't have to use this script as such. Obviously, change out your pub ID. But even when you go to AdSense itself, and you go through the setup process of creating a new ad, if you know what colors you think you know might look good on your blog by using this little add-on, then you could paste them into a notepad file, and you know, you could say something like link color is that, you know, border color is, you know, something like that, you know, and you can customize. It's just easier. You know, I'm used to using Photoshop, but you know, I'm not going to open up Photoshop just to get a couple of colors. I'll just use Colorzilla. So I thought I'd mention that. Now, the way I've set up Quick AdSense, I've only set it up to use as, you know, to have one widget to appear in the sidebar of 300 by 250 size. And as you can see here, I've got AdSense of 468 by 60 banner size, or content ad unit size, which is this size, 468 by 60, to appear below my article title, but above the content of the article. And actually at the bottom of the content of my articles too. You can have, you know, a larger banner, 300 by 250 or whatever you like. But the way these blogs are set up at the moment is 300 by 250 here and 468 by 60 at the top and bottom of the content of the articles. So let's go ahead and go to that plugin now. It's under Settings and Quick AdSense. And if you, so place up to 3 ads. So you know, you can adjust this. This is what you should see after you've activated the plugin. This is what you'll see. You can adjust these settings for how you want AdSense to appear. And the way I have this here is, so you can see by default these are the ads, ads 1 through 10, and then random ads. That just means it'll randomize which ones it'll show. So and of course you have to tick the box. So if you want to show ads 2, you need to make sure that you click the assign check tick box, and then tell, at the end of the post. So you have to assign that. You have to make sure you click that to assign it. You want ads to show at the bottom of the post, and you want ads 2, which will be ads in this box here, which I'll show you. Or if you don't want any ads at the end of the post, just untick that. You can really, this is quite a robust plugin. So if you're really interested in how you can, utilize this plugin to its full capabilities, feel free to check it out on the WordPress repository site. There's a link to it in the documentation page, but once again, the way I've set this up is one ad to appear at the beginning of the post, and that's once again 468 by 60. So when you go into AdSense, if you don't want to use my code and just swap out your pub ID, then just go into AdSense and create a 468 by 60 banner yourself and replace all this text. And just like with the ClickBank widgets, you could do a Control A to copy, Control A, Control C to copy it, paste it in here, and as you can see, it's 468 by 60. That's the size. You can change link colors and color of the text, color of the URL, the background color if you wanted a gray or something, or make sure once again you change out your pub ID, your ad client pub ID, or just not use this code at all and use your code from AdSense. You could just delete that out. Oops. Control A, delete that out and paste it in. Or you could even use maybe you want to use this plugin information here. Sorry, this 468 by 60 banner. So you don't have to have AdSense here. You could have a banner appear up here. Okay, so it doesn't have to be 468. You can take this code from your widget, from your ad codes widget, copy the whole thing, Control A, and then go into ads 1 and paste in all that content, that HTML for that banner. So I hope that makes sense. So ads 1, you can align it to left, center, right. Ads 1 is the beginning of the post. So you would tick this box, select ads 1, and in ads 1 box, paste in your AdSense code or your HTML for your banner code. Yeah, it's a cool plugin in that sense. So you're monetizing your articles because your sidebar is already monetized. So that's pretty much it. Some people say, where exactly do I change out my hop links? Well, obviously you have to watch the video to really understand how to do that. But it's really mostly in the sidebar and your Amazon products, as well as the in content links, which is the SEO Smart Links plugin, and the quick AdSense plugin. So that's it. I mean, if you have this stuff set out and you right click the banners here to get the link location, and you give it a reference, AdSense recipe, paste my link, Socrates WordPress theme, it's right there, paste my hop link, and then next to it, maybe put yours, just so that they're there and they're handy. It'll save you so much time. It only takes a minute or so it takes you 30 seconds to grab mine, and then to create yours might take you a minute or two, and then you have them as reference, for the swapping out all the banner hop links. It's very easy. It doesn't have to be complicated. And same with the AdSense. You can just delete out the code I have if you don't want to mess with pub IDs, or use the code I've provided, change out your pub ID, play with some colors. It's really up to you. And that pretty much is it. Um, it's one of the most important things because you want to make sure you're getting paid and you're earning money from these blogs. And in retrospect, maybe I should have just put Google or something that didn't link to my hop link, but I wanted to do that for demonstration purposes, so you can see, there's a hop link. Okay, I need to change that hop link with my own. So, if you have any other questions, or if you have any questions and anything, if I didn't cover something or you're still confused about something that perhaps I didn't talk about, please feel free to email me. I hope I've covered the majority of what needs to be done to customize the blogs. Once you get the hang of it, these should only take you, okay, not including the articles, because you do want to at least rewrite these or fully swap them out with your own. Maybe change these slider images just to make it look a little bit more unique. That's up to you. Maybe half an hour, 20 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes once you get the hang of it. Once you have a system and you go, okay, yeah, I know I'm going to get Scott's links, I'm going to paste them into Notepad and have them ready to go. I'm going to go create my hop links. It's not that time consuming, or it's definitely not difficult once you have a system down. Just remember all the areas I talked about, all the way down to the hop link, in this footer widget number 4, or the hop links in the content, or just deactivate that SEO Smart Links plugin and you don't have to worry about that. Okay, but remember, you can use the hop links within the content for links to other pages on your site, or to link to your home page. That's part of good on-page SEO, and it's something that I usually do with my blogs. If not, I always do with my blogs, and that's why I added this here. These link to hop links, but they can link to your home page. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I think one last thing I'll show you is, if with WordPress 3.1, you get this bar up here. Some of you may know how to get rid of it. It's quite easy to get rid of. You can just go to edit my profile. I just thought I'd show this quickly. Show admin bar when viewing site. You just untick that. Okay, show admin bar. So this is under your user. This is so untick when viewing site. Obviously, you just click update profile, and then go back to the home page, and it's gone. All right. So yeah, I wish you the best of luck, and I'm here to answer questions. Thanks again, and for purchasing, and just let me know if you need any help. Thanks very much.